Hi, my name's Andrea Martin, and I'm here to answer your questions. They call this Ask a Star, but I like to think of it as just ask, you know, a soon-to-be out-of-work actress. Go ahead. Zach, how did I get my start in acting? My mother tells me that when I was 3 years old, and I had walking pneumonia and I was hospitalized, I used to stand up in my crib with the rest of the kids in the hospital and entertain them, and she says that's how I got my start. Chrissy, the first Broadway show that I saw was a musical starring Julie Harris called Skyscraper. And then very quickly after that I saw Sweet Charity with Gwen Verdon, and that's what made me want to go into the business. Michelle, I was at Emerson during the, late 60s and early 70s, and I don't remember anything, okay? Because that was the time when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Alex, you know, usually it's hard for me to keep a straight face when I'm doing sketch comedy, but this character is, you know, very focused and disciplined and very severe in her manner. And if I ever let my guard down at all, it's very hard to keep this performance going. I've let my guard down a couple of times. That's because I was tired. Please forgive me. Nothing compares with Sesame Street. One, because I think it's a fantastic program and it constantly makes me laugh still. Star Trek was challenging. I only did one episode because the makeup I had to wear was, I was in the makeup chair at 4 a.m. Until 12, and it was very difficult. I felt very claustrophobic in the makeup. As much as I love being part of that world of Star Trek, because there's so many fans out there, and I love that people remember the performance of Ishka that I did, that I was a Ferengi. It was something that I just really couldn't repeat because of the makeup. Vicki, nobody's tried to steal my purse, but I have had 3 bikes stolen. I'd like to ride my bike back and forth. I find it very therapeutic. But you know, I lived in Paris for 2 years and I had a bike there, and I rode my bike through Rome when I was there. So I actually find it less frightening being on my bike than being in a taxi. Linda, my 3 favorite TV shows right now. Well, I'm a news junkie, so I watch a lot of CNN. But I would say 30 Rock, The Office. I love Brothers and Sisters. American Idol I watched all the time. But I guess my favorite show, it's off the air now, I hope they do others, is a show on Animal Planet called Escape to Chimp Eden. And if you haven't seen it, you must. It's heartwarming, educational, and unbelievably funny. You really must see it. Well, I guess it depends on my mood. I guess Edith Prickly is the easiest one for me to conjure up because she's so much a part of me. Hello, Christian! She's a real part of me, as you can see. Kind of loud and obnoxious, but confident. And Perini, you know, I love Perini Sclerosi, the woman that can't speak English, because she just is so excited to be in this country and just wants so desperately to learn and just loves everybody, just can't understand anything anybody says. I think those are my 2 favorite characters. Pepsi. Regular. Stage. Aw, both. Coffee. Well, thanks, Cameron. I didn't know that Mel Brooks did say that. You know, if you're a person in comedy and you get to work with Mel Brooks, it is a dream come true. You know, he has been an icon in the comedy world, in the film world, in the sketch world. So I'm honored. I have to process that. I had never heard that before. That's pretty cool. Ashley, of course I knew the movie from the 70s, but I tried not to look at it. I didn't look at it again once I was offered the part. I didn't look at it. You know, we rehearsed a couple of days, and once I felt that I could make it my own, I looked at the movie again, because I wanted to make sure that there were moments in the movie that I could, you know, celebrate on stage, because her performance was so iconic. Anybody that asked her, Aggie, she's been living in the castle a long, long time. And Victor von Frankenstein is just a memory. She puts a drape over his portrait. She goes to town. Why, do you know somebody? I'd date Igor's cousin if it came to that. Not me personally, but Frau Blucher. Well, Jeff, you know, that's a good question. I play it differently every night. One, I think they're scared by the name. Sometimes I think you know, they don't like my face. Maybe they're scared by the way I look, but I don't like to opt for that one. I think that horses are very sensitive, so they kind of get the aura, and the aura is, you know, a little mysterious. They don't really know what they're getting, so I think that that's why they're named. They're uncomfortable with my aura. I keep my mole. I like to call it a mole, Tony, not a wart. A mole. I keep my mole on my eyeshadow case, and I keep my extra moles in a little plastic container. That's all I can share with you in terms of my beauty secrets, Tony. I don't think it's uncomfortable sharing my beauty secrets with a man. Well, I think Aunt Eller would make a better meal. I think she'd, you know, down home cooking, right? She, you know, Oklahoma, I think you get some macaroni and cheese and some pot roast and some apple pie, and Frau Blucher, you might get an old cabbage roll that's been lying around for a little while. And who was the other person? Golda, yeah. Golda, well, you know, Golda, she didn't have much to deal with there. They were you know, hard times there. So I'm going to vote for Aunt Eller. I'm so proud of that movie, so proud to have worked with John Cameron Mitchell. So proud to be in something that was a cult film and so edgy, and I listen to the soundtrack all the time. So I wish more people saw that movie, actually. So could you tell your friends, please? Go get the DVD. I'm in all the outtakes, but I'm still proud of being in it. I think there have been lots of talks about making My Big Fat Greek Wedding into a musical. I think Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks' wife, is talking to Nia Vardalos, who's the creator and the star of the movie. I think they've been talking in the last few years about making it into a musical, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if they did that. I think it would make a fabulous musical. Tony Swag. Sounds like a guy I dated when I was at Emerson. Yo, Tony, yeah, huh? Did I ever get any? Come on, they gotta step up their swag over at the Tony League, because I can't recall any stuff. Maybe this year I'll get lucky. Oh, thank you everybody for these questions. They were very all over the place, so it really made me think. So thank you for that. And come and see Young Frankenstein. I'm so proud to be in it, and so proud to be working with this great cast. And come and have some fun. There's a lot of laughs there. And thanks for watching Broadway.com, and thank you, Broadway.com, for having me here. Okay, see you on the boards.